Command Center to Operations. All flight directors, I want to go, no go for launch. Internet,
go.
Computers, phone,
go.
Blog Talk Radio,
go.
Commercials,
go.
Music,
go.
Facebook and Twitter.
We are go.
Worldwide callers.
Go flight.
Capcom 8 Up.
Go flight.
Capcom Chill Will.
Go flight.
Capcom Fat Cat.
Go flight.
Control Tower, go for launch. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Yo Show time.
Yo, yeah,
Yo Show.
Yeah,
Fat Cat.
What? Lights, camera, action in a minute, we on. And yo, show the type of show that people wanna be on. And yo, we about to get us our academy on. And yo, we about to talk until our sanity's gone. Whether you out in the field or you chillin' at home, got a minute, hit us up, man, and tell us what's wrong. You would never be bored, we won't be keeping you long. If you want a man, you can even say your piece and be gone. But no, we wanna keep you a minute, get you all in it, open the flow like a Senate. Don't you be timid, give us a second, because seconds come minutes and minutes and minutes and minutes and minutes. Yo, my man, I think they get it. Whether it's who's who or celebrity news, we could either go old school like 70 shoes. If you out by yourself and you drinking a brew, if you out with the crew, man, whatever you do, hit the Yo Show. All my people in the front, don't front, we got it all and we know what you want on the Yo Show. All my people in the back, in fact, hit us up, man, you know where we at on the Yo Show. All my people on the side, alright, lay back and enjoy the ride on the Yo Show. All my people jump up real high, get fly, we can touch the sky. It's the Yo Show, yo, we know you feeling it, man. We can talk about if your job gave you the can. We can talk about the prayers or the war in Iran. Let us know how it's laying, you might just become a fan. Hit us up, why you delaying? You need to quit playing. The kind of show that wanna know exactly what is you saying. Don't be feeling no pressure, don't get back in the corner. If the feeling is strong, you can say what you gonna. You can say what you wanna, because the topics are warmer than Rihanna in the Bahamas lounging in the sauna. Whether it's overseas, whether it's on the block, man, we got the host that be stirring the pot. Chill wheels and artists, ate up, we got it. Fat Cat's the real deal, so we ready to get started on the Yo Show. Yo. All my people in the front, we got it all and we know what you want on the Yo Show. All my people in the back, in fact, hit us up, man, you know where we at on the Yo Show. All my people on the side, alright, lay back and enjoy the ride on the Yo Show. All my people jump up real high, get fly, we can touch the sky.
Broadcasting live from the greater Detroit area, it's the Yo Show, where your opinion might make a difference. With your hosts, 8 Up, Fat Cat, and Chill Will, we'll hear your opinion. But you have to call us at 845-277-9212 and press 1 if you want your opinion to go live. Otherwise, it's just our opinion. So let's get to your hosts, 8 Up, Fat Cat, and Chill Will of the Yo Show.
Yo, we're in the Yo Show today. We're having some serious technical difficulties. Not even sure if you can actually hear me as of right now, but we're doing the show as best we can. You can also give us a call at 845-277-9212 and press 1 if you'd like to have your comment part of the show. You can check us out on Facebook and Twitter at The Yo Show, or you can email us at theyouropinionshow@gmail.com. I'm your host, 8 Up, with Chill Will and Fat Cat. We're still trying to get them in, so hopefully we can somehow get this show on the road and just do the best we can. Today is Random Rant Mondays, and we hope that we can get a good show today, and we can go from there. So, today being Monday, we're having the best as we can have, and we're going from there. And I hope to get this going. And I'm having technical issues right now as well. This is a very interesting day today. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ramble on for a little bit until we can get this show on the road, and maybe I can have a co-host, either of Chill Will or Fat Cat, jump in and go from there. So how's everybody today? I'm hoping that they enjoyed their wonderful weekend and it was a glorious weekend for me. And I can't get in this. Oh, there we go. And it was a glorious weekend for me. I had a family reunion, and it looks like we have everyone in. How's it going, fellas?
Wonderful, man. Wonderful, wonderful day, man.
How's it going, Chill? Chill's not in yet. He's here, but we can't get him in there right now. But he's able to talk if he decides to pick up. So how's it going, Fat Cat? What you been up to?
Man, it's wonderful. Just enjoying the day, man. This is my favorite part kind of show with the random rants.
Yeah, it's a real good day. How was your weekend?
You
Wallace.
You said what? Oh.
How was your weekend?
What?
Wallace,
my
you
weekend?
Yeah. Hello. Your weekend, how was it?
Wallace?
Either one of you guys. How was your weekend?
I had a wonderful weekend. You know, this we're closing out the month, and I mean everything was lovely this weekend. Mostly family time, so you know I ain't have too much of no complaints. But you know, looking at the news, it was kind of disturbing to me, which was one of my rants today.
Right. Well, what you got today then?
Well, this situation about Colin Kaepernick, who is not into sports. He's San Francisco's starting quarterback, and he refused to stand for the national anthem. Now, my rant being with that situation is because why does freedom of speech only apply to certain people, groups, or things? Now, his statement, the reason why he won't acknowledge the flag is because he says the flag stands for oppression of black people, which he should be entitled to his own opinion. Which, I mean, he goes on and he states about a comment that Hillary Clinton made a couple of years ago. When she called black kids super predators. He goes on to say that Donald Trump, who is openly racist, he said we have so many problems going on with the black community, in the black community, and we have and we supposed to give our allegiance to a flag that doesn't acknowledge us, basically. And and I don't see anything wrong with that, because people when you look back in history, we have photos of what America has done to black people. You have photos of you see whites hanging blacks. You got photos of a government that made certain laws that banned us from being equal. I mean, and when I look at it, I was born in 1972. Now, you look at the civil rights movement when Martin Luther King got assassinated, that was 4 years from me being born. So I could have easily been a part of that. Now we fast forward to this generation, and we have cops gunning down blacks in the street. And when we say Black Lives Matter, now it seems like we're still not being acknowledged. But the minute we don't want to stand for a flag that's not really a symbol of us, then it's a problem. What do you think?
Well, very true. We got a lot of issues going on in the current status of the United States. And but for him not to stand for the flag, that kind of puts a bug in mind. I mean, true enough, me being ex-military, so anyone standing on the flag, anyone hanging a flag upside down, and not giving a good reason why, it hurts me as far as that. I mean, when I worked at the arena here at the Joe, I made sure that everyone stopped prior to, during the national anthem. If they weren't standing, if they did have a hat on, I would say please take your hat off if you're not military, and if you can, please, do a moment of silence. But it does bother me on that end. But everyone has their own issues as far as that.
But,
I just don't feel comfortable with him on that end.
But on the other end, when you look at it, they say so because people have their different opinions on government and military. If you look at it, most of the time they say we're over there fighting for people's liberties and all this and that. But to me, recently, like in my lifetime, all I've been seeing is special interest. The only reason that the troops are over there is special interest. But when you look at overall, when our grandfathers and great grandfathers and stuff was in the war, they still wasn't even accepted as humans. They were getting tortured and everything within the military by their own. So why don't people see the anger that Africans, I don't say African Americans no more because it doesn't seem that we're accepted as a fully yet. Why don't people see that Africans are the anger that we have towards this situation? Why should we be patriotic towards a country that not even 40 or something years ago didn't accept us?
Very true. I mean, everyone has their very own objective on a lot of things, and I agree on some things. But me being, I served my country, so I have a different perspective as far as what the flag is representing. I mean, true, very much. I was not in the best of military time frames, but I did do my time. And to me, I think for everyone to really understand, the U.S., you have to do your own research. I mean, true enough, today's time, today's world, today's U.S., the individual cities having their own issues, that is another issue. I mean, I think we talked about that in one of our episodes on the Black Lives Matter issue. And, we're going through troubled times. I mean, police dressing up in military tactical uniforms. And true enough, some of them have been in the military, some have not. But using the tactics that they're using, it's disturbing because, again, going back to that same plot, I can't guarantee I'm going to go home today. I step outside the house, I can't say I'm going home. Even though you think you're safe at home and you're not, because you never know what, somebody in the neighboring house may have did something and then they mistaking your house for that.
I mean, I'm not even per se talking about, just to sound redundant about Black Lives Matter. That's not even an issue here. The issue is, why is everybody mad because this young man did what the average person would not do because it seems, especially he has the open platform to do it. And he stood up and do it. He had the bravery enough to, even knowing to be a star athlete as he is, that he would lose endorsements, that he would lose possibly his career, and standing on his moral ground to say, I don't acknowledge a flag that don't acknowledge me. I applaud
Very
that
true.
young man because for the simple fact is like nobody else would do it. No one that you let Magic Johnson stand up and have to address that type of thing. You think he would do it? No. Michael Jordan wouldn't do
Right.
it. Nobody, none of these other athletes that are paid into the system would do that. But this young man took that stand and he did it, and I salute him. And not saying that I totally agree with the views, which like saying I wouldn't stand for the flag or whatever. I never refused to do it. But the fact that this young man had I'm protecting his right, his freedom of speech to do so. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Right.
So that's all I got with that. So I mean, what is your take? You know.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. Like like I said earlier, I have the issues of that, and no one the people not standing. I mean, true enough, I've seen a meme with a Marine in a wheelchair with no legs, and it said something like, "If you can't stand, this guy's served his time, and he's standing in his wheelchair with no legs, and he's rendering a salute." So it's hard to say, with the current situation of what our time is going through. Let's see if Wallace has anything, if he's available.
Hello.
Yo.
You got something to add there, Wallace?
You got something to add to this?
I will preface all my statements by saying this is my opinion and solely my opinion. I do not share whatever. Obviously, to me, this is so like, I think the biggest outrage is that he's a minority. That's the biggest outrage. That's the biggest outrage. This is obvious. We know. I'm gonna say it is not hard to figure out what's going on in this country. It is not hard to know what should be done. We all know, including the ruling class. They know that is the biggest lie, is that they don't understand and they don't see the injustice. It is called silent complicity. They are silent because they understand that through their silence, they still will have the advantage that so many other groups do not, including and especially the black community. So what he did, I mean, it's brave, and it's brave. It's twice as brave because he has so much more to lose versus the average guy getting up every day going to work. We have 0.1% of what this guy has, and the average person does, and he is risking it all, including probably even his life, maybe even his family life, lifestyle,
or maybe
everything. So
definitely his possibility of career.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. All that is on the line. When we look at, and if we want to use the military as our justification for standing for what the flag, well, what does the flag represent? Moreover, what does the flag represent to most people in the world? What does our flag represent to most people in the world? Probably terrorism. Probably terrorism.
Not just that. I mean, not really. I mean,
let him finish.
Look at it, I mean,
really? Really not? Oh, let's
look at it. Let's look at it. Okay, most likely that people from other countries, they want to come to the U.S. for freedom because you still have a lot of communist countries out here that people want to get away from. I mean, true, you got, I'm not going to pick any one particular, but China is still communist. Russia is still partially communist. Kazakhstan and in that general vicinity, you got a lot of people that want to get out of their countries to come to the U.S. to have that life of liberty, pursuit of happiness. And some of them do get that opportunity to come over to the U.S. to get that. But the only bad part is, one, they're taking all the jobs that we have once they become citizens. Two, you got people that's looking for cheap labor, and I'm using reference the Mexican border area. Okay, so you got a grass cutting company, but who is the cheapest? Oh, let's grab some of these Mexicans that are standing on the corner. I can pay them $2 an hour versus the U.S. American citizen that want $8 an hour. You got pluses and minuses on both sides of this. But the flag representing one, freedom. The dollar value is not what it used to. Wait. It does. I mean, but look, if you were look at all the stuff that you are able to do right now as far as your freedom. You can go when and where. You can do what you want. We're us doing this show. If we were probably in China, would we be able to do this show? You follow me?
Does that make up for all that this country has ever did to African Americans or Africans?
I didn't reference just one specific gender. I referenced everybody in a whole.
I'm saying this. What difference is it from over there? Let's say in Haiti or something. If the military or something is beating up on its citizens there, then these cops that's over here that's gunning down young black men in the street. What? Because we're not doing it as frequent as they may do it over there. Is that the difference? What is the symbol of the flag? What does that do? All these issues that we're having in this country, and we're taking the least of the situation. The black movement has always been a problem in this country, and no political platform has ever addressed it. That's what the problem that we have. If you look at Kaepernick's statement, what he says, this country stands for freedom, liberty, justice for all, and it's not happening for all right now. That's what he said.
Nor has it ever been. See, that's the lie. It's a program. These are cliche phrases and words. We're over there fighting for our freedom. Freedom from what? Who is over here? Who is parachuting in our neighborhoods from another country? What are we defending exactly? What exactly are we? To refer back to that meme with the guy that missing his legs, what is he missing his legs for? What exactly? What did he defend? Or was he in somebody else's neighborhood and they were defending themselves? So let's cut the bull out. Let's really say what it is and not latch onto these phrases that they throw at us, and then we just that sounds like a good reason to wave a flag. What do you wave? And let's keep it real. When we're waving a flag in our own country, you know what that's the equivalent of? Hang on.
We're going to be, don't forget to check us out next week at 12 noon for our show right here on Blog Talk Radio.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, go ahead. Continue.
That's
on.
it? Okay.
Go ahead. Continue on.
Okay, so when we look at flag, just the very ideal of flag waving in your own country, that's the equivalent of you being in your house and you walking around with a sign that says "I'm in my house." And you're walking around to your family members hey, look at this sign, I'm in my house. You're in your house. We're all in the same house. Hey, look at us. We're in the house. It's like this fake bravado, and really, to be honest with you, the flag waving is only because these are people that are on land that does not belong to them. So it's actually it's almost like a celebratory, a conquering move. I'm ruling I'm ruling your land. Because if you're on your own land, why are you fucking waving I'm sorry. Why are you waving the flag? It's like, so what I'm getting at is these are the social conditioning and programming that we just do this stuff involuntary. We don't even think about what is actually saying, what is actually meaning. What are who are you fighting for? What are you getting up to go over there for? Who? Some white guy sitting in a yacht pushing buttons? Seriously? When you come at home and now you can't get the support, you're dealing with what is that, PTSD? I think that's what it's called. Yeah. You're dealing with all these. You got injuries. You feel they said what? Like half of the military when they come back they feel like suicidal. What? For what? For what exactly? That's what we got to get to that. For what? For whom? Your family? Oh, for liberty. Oh, okay. From who? Who has you captive? Or do you have somebody captive? See, let's keep it real here. Let's not we have to change this language. We have to change this paradigm, this way of thinking in order for us to move forward and in order for us to not have candidates like Trump and Hillary Clinton. Because that can only happen when you have a fabric of people who are collectively just not even thinking about anything. They're just like, NFL, LeBron, what is Drake doing? What is Beyonce doing? Not having a clue about anything that's going on around them. All the social programming that they constantly fall into. And we're just working as puppets. We're puppets.
Right.
And so it's time to move on from that puppetry. That's all I got.
Right.
That's all I got.
Right.
Yeah, are you?
Well, let's see here. Hey, Chill, you're on there with us. Welcome into the show.
Thanks, man. I'm sorry and I apologize for the delinquency. I've been listening.
Don't
for
worry
a while.
about it, man. We're having studio issues as well. I mean, it took us a little while to get in. So, Will, you got anything to add?
Well,
or Rant itself?
Well, it's part of that, man. It's the flag. Everybody is, everybody want to be asleep and everybody want to think that we're free, but we still connected to the chain, man. It's just invisible, and everybody who's working or whatever, we just don't understand that we are slaves. I do agree with the people here, and people that that goes into the war or who think they successful and everything. They think that this is the land of the free. It just depends on the person's perspective where they at. If a person is, in a low income environment, then
they're not free.
Of course they can see. Then of course they can see all the things that they're doing. But the ones that that fought for the country and are getting all the benefits of what the country giving them, which is scrap. But they feel like that they're more better than other people, And I just feel like, this is really not a free country. It's just a new Roman empire,
Bingo.
Okay.
Like I said.
Bullseye.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I mean, it is some dictation in the U.S. as far as getting back to naturally all this police brutality. But if you're not out there and hopefully none of us are in that position that they're actually looking for you for any particular reason, you still have your freedom. You can go as you please, you can do as you please, and you can say as you please. As long as it and true. Now here is where it comes the tricky part. As long as it don't interfere with everyone as far as political status, presidential status, that's where that tricky line comes in at. Okay, yeah, you say, okay, F this person, F that person, and then all of a sudden you're on their radar, or F this particular agenda, or you get out there and do, you're protesting, and then now you're on that group's radar. But other than that, how much freedom have you had during your lifetime up to this point?
But don't you think Bush's Patriot Law just intruded on our freedoms? Don't you think that law intruded on that? That basically they can spy on us anytime they want to. Don't you think that intruded?
They're going to.
They gave a cover for it. That's what I'm telling you. That is not freedom at all. I mean, even so, on the plantation, the house nigga had several freedoms that the other slaves didn't have, but he thought he was free.
Oh no, he wasn't free.
He thought he was free. He thought
he was just an inside slave.
He thought he was free though. Yeah, he definitely was.
I mean, as far as time at that time, yeah.
It's all relevant, even Magic Johnson is a slave. Now let's think of that. Even Magic Johnson is a slave, and he got hundreds of millions of dollars. But he has to fall in line. That is a slave. That is not freedom. When you go about, go ahead.
I say he can't say what he want to say. Even though he feels that he's in line, he don't want to lose nothing. That's the biggest concept of it. It's like how do you put somebody in fear? You take away everything they have.
Yeah, I mean it's got.
But
like
first
I said,
you give them everything.
Everyone has ups and downs.
Yeah, you give them. Yeah.
First you let them in the door, and you say, look, you are exclusive. You are being treated much better than the people that look like you. So we're going to give you this. However, you cannot say this, and this. You cannot liberate your people. You cannot empower your people. You cannot let them know how you didn't have a age at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So this is what we're talking about here. Freedom is very much subjective or objective to what it is,
it's still
where
dictated.
you at, and what position you in. The freest person in the land is a bum.
Right.
Now, on that one.
Yeah, because he doesn't have anything that no one can take away.
That's it. But at
or
the same time, he can truly freely go where he wants.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything no one can take away because everything's already taken away from him. The only one thing that he has left is his life.
Well, he doesn't have to answer to anybody. He doesn't have to chase a job so he can pay that $200 phone bill, so he can pay the water bill, this, that, and other. And of course, you got certain luxuries that come with that. Yes, there's a exchange system that we have to have at least to get these things. But my point is that when we talk about you freely being able to go here and there, it's not really free because if you drive a certain speed, you're going to get pulled over, and guess what you have to have on you? So it's not really free. Because in other countries, you can drive where you want and not have to pull out anything. You don't have to answer to anybody.
Can I ask you something, Ada? Are you freely able to walk into the White House? That supposedly passes laws that govern you?
No, you can't. No, you can't.
Where you're not
you
free.
need to have either.
Where you're not free.
Yeah, very. I mean, there's even certain buildings, just even in the city of Detroit, or any major city that you can't just walk into. Very much, I agree. You're not truly free to do what you want. But look at all the things like I said, look at all the things you can do.
But that's
I mean,
you can freely
going back to some
yourself.
Going back to some of these communist
that's something else.
What you trying to say is that?
I mean, everyone has their version of free. I mean, but look at a lot of the things that you can do compared to some of these communist countries that you can't even do what we're doing.
But Ada.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm here.
It's not. I'm not abusing you if I hit you in your body instead of your head. So that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's not abuse because I'm not hitting you in your head.
But it is abuse on my end. Now, what the local authorities might say is different. That's if I go to them to say it. If I know the reason why you hit me, why should I go and say, okay, he abused me? You know, if I did you wrong and that was the one way you want to retaliate, it's up to me to say, okay, I'm gonna take you to the police, or if I know I'm wrong, I'm gonna just accept it. You know, back in the day when we were kids, we didn't have all these as much gun killings, you know, for retaliation. We got out in the street and we fought, fist to fist. Once that was over, who knows? Tomorrow we might have been still friends, or we just ended it at that point. Again, another freedom of choice. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
What I was going to say is, okay.
Go ahead.
No, what I was going to say was.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what I was going to say is it's still a comparative narrative because that's the very that's the argument that they will use, especially to black people, is that you're not doing this like in another country, so what do you have to complain about? So when we get into this, want to compare, to other countries. Well, there's things in other countries that you can do that you can't do here, like growing food in your front lawn, like collecting rainwater, filtering it for your family. That's a natural. Water from the sky is a natural God-given thing. Yeah, we actually have laws in place. That's not freedom. That's the complete. What is more our right than water and air?
Mm-hmm.
So
right. Yeah.
We have. Right. Let's truly define what freedom is before we really start.
We got a minute, y'all, and go ahead, Ada, close this out.
Well, we'd like to thank you for joining us on our technical difficulty show number 13, which I kind of figured was going to happen. But we'd like to thank Wallace for coming into our show and giving us his opinion. Otherwise, it is our opinion. You can check us out next week, Monday, at 12 noon, right here on Blog Talk Radio.